This conference will now be recorded.
Well, I guess that means it's 9 o'clock. So I'll call the meeting to order. Good morning, everybody. And can I have a mover and seconder to confirm the agenda, please? Michael and Barbara, is any discussion on that? Seeing none. Anyone opposed? Okay, that is carried. Any declaration of pecuniary interest, you can declare now or at any time through the meeting and then fill out the forms. Seeing nothing yet, so we'll keep moving. Next is the motion to approve the committee minutes from April 28th, Committee of Adjustment. And I need a mover and seconder for that. Martin and Jim, any discussion on those minutes? Okay, seeing none. Anyone opposed? And that is carried. Good to see you, Alicia. Usually we get to just see your name on the thing and go from there. So good to see you. I get to see people once in a while when I drop in the office to sign papers, but that's about it. So, okay. So we only have one item on our agenda for the Committee of Adjustment this morning. This, as we know, this is being taped, so and will be available on our YouTube channel. Property location is legally known as Concession 22, Part Lot 13, RP 17R 377, Part 1, and RP 16R 8020, Part 1, in the geographic township of Egremont and the township of Southgate. It's also described as 264099 Southgate Road 26. The purpose of this is a variance to permit an accessory structure to be located 7 meters into the front yard. The proposal requires relief from section 5.1 B and E of the bylaw, which requires an accessory structure to be located in a rear or side yard. The approval of the application will provide relief from that bylaw to permit construction of that accessory building. Okay, Clint, would you like to go over any comments received?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Chair Woodbury. So the comments we have comments from the County of Grey, and they indicate provided positive comments are received from the Saugeen Valley Conservation Authority. County staff have no specific concerns or comments with this application. The Public Works Department indicate that they don't have a drainage concern, that a safe access can be provided. It's currently there. The road standard is a rural asphalt, and a road widening is not required. It is a load restricted road, however. Hydro One has no specific concerns with the application. And the Saugeen Valley Conservation Authority have reviewed the application, and the proposed minor variance application is acceptable to the SVCA staff. And I believe that's all of the comments received.
You're muted, John.
Okay, usually I sound better like that. Any received from the public?
No comments received.
Okay, thank you. If the applicant or agent is present and would like to say anything, please identify yourself and any comments you have.
I am present, and my name is Don Gingrich. I don't think I have any specific comments. I think it's all been forwarded. Thank you.
Great, great. Thank you for being here, and thank you. So are there any questions or comments from the committee? Barbara?
Through you, Mr. Chair, to Clinton, The proposed shed is, I'm looking at the aerial shot, and there's 3 ponds. There's some structures out by the pond to the left of the house. That would be the west of the house, and I'm not sure what those are, but I take it that the back of the property is more of a regulated area, low lying, and that's why the shed can't go behind the house or off to the side and set back further.
That's correct. When the pictures that were actually taken and the index that he provided was actually really, really helpful. I wish I could get all of the applicants to do that because it was quite helpful. You can see it is sort of the house and whatnot is sort of perched up on a high spot, and then the land trails off down towards these ponds, and it makes it difficult to put any structures in there because that would be considered a floodplain then,
Right.
and hazard area. And so best practices for any development say that we should try to avoid those areas, and so that only leaves a limited. I suppose technically it could be done along the side, but at a lot of extra cost and work because you would have to shore up the edge of the bank, not bank, but like the one side because it slopes away, right? So wasn't reasonable to expect that, I guess, and it doesn't make for good development in my opinion. The variance they're asking for meets the 4 tests. I'm not even sure you're going to be able to see this from the road because it's elevated, but there's also trees and whatnot in front as well. So it's going to have a very minimal effect on any sort of landscape and views and stuff from the road. So I didn't see it as being a particularly hard decision, in my opinion, from a planning point of view, that is. So that's why I made the recommendation I did.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any further questions from the committee? Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, Clint, then it sounds like you already just gave part of your comments and planning report, but anything else you'd like to say on this?
No, just that it meets the 4 tests as my report states, and I think it's good planning to have the accessory structure, pardon me, located where it's proposed as opposed to in a floodplain, and therefore I'm recommending it proceed.
Okay, thank you. If there's any members of the public here that would like to make a comment or have questions, if you could identify yourself and you could go ahead now. Okay, seeing none. Any further questions from the committee?
One here, John.
Okay, go ahead.
Clinton, this is the obvious choice, but do we have a bylaw that says something or zoning where you can't build any property in front of the house? It always has to be at the side and the back, right?
Yes, the zoning bylaw doesn't allow accessory structures in your front yard. Okay. The only exception to that is agricultural structures. Mm-hmm. So if you're farming the land, you can have a barn or whatever. And if it's an agricultural structure, it can happen. But if it's a residential lot, they need to be to the side or to the back.
Okay. No, I just wanted you to confirm that for me. That's great. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else have anything? All right. Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to either approve or refuse minor variance.
Chair Woodbury.
Yeah. Go ahead, Alicia.
Just before you proceed, I will confirm that the sign was posted and proper notice was given in accordance with the Planning Act for this file.
Okay, great. Thank you. I should have asked you that. That's good.
You're welcome.
Okay. Can you be at all my meetings today to help? Barbara?
Mr. Chair?
Yep.
Are there any conditions for the granting? Like what does the Committee of Adjustment page actually say? Is that on the note? That's on the notice, right?
Well, it's what I have on the agenda is be it resolved, the Committee of Adjustment receive the staff report for information and that the minor variance be approved. That's the whole motion.
So there are no conditions as to size or where, how far in front?
No, that's it'll still have to meet minimum setbacks from the road, based on
Okay.
the road setbacks, but it doesn't have any conditions based on what he's proposing to construct.
And one further, this accessory structure is for personal use, not for business. It's not going to be a commercial business or anything.
That's my understanding, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I would move to grant.
All right. Do I have a seconder? Okay.
Okay.
Martin will-
Yeah,
Okay. Actually, let's put Jason in to second it there because that gives all of us something. Any discussion on that? Okay. Seeing none, is anyone opposed to this motion? And that is passed. So that was relatively painless for you. Just had to listen to me for a little while. So you'll be all set once the timeframes are there for that. And I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, and second by Michael. Anyone opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody, and I guess I'll see you most at the meeting at 10. So, thank you.
See ya.
Thank you.